It was basically an operation from the mid-1960s through to the early 1990s and operated basically as a spy plane. It's capable of flying at Mach 3.3, which is about 2,200 miles an hour, and an operational ceiling of about 85,000 feet. One of its big defenses is, in fact, that it doesn't need any guns to protect itself. The mere fact of its speed and its cruising altitude was sufficient, certainly back in the early days of the 60s, to protect it from any risk of being shot down from Soviet fighters. Basically, there's two crew members. There's the pilot, and then there's a guy who sits behind him called the reconnaissance specialist. And underneath his feet, he has basically a whole bunch of electronic equipment that he used to take photographs, as well as monitor various things such as radios and radars. And they would fly essentially in two parts of the world. They were based out of two locations overseas. One was in Okinawa, and the other was in the UK. And they would fly regular patterns to look at specific areas of their different regions, depending on what was going on at the time. In particular, for the Okinawa bases, they were interested in, of course, North Korea, but also during the 1960s and 70s, what was going on in Vietnam. In the UK, they would fly patterns out to the Baltic Sea and basically fly along the border with the Soviet Union, so they could monitor what movements of the Soviet military might be taking place. At various times, there was this threat that potentially the Soviet Union might invade West Germany. So there was a need to basically monitor troop movements or tank movements, anything like that, which might indicate that there was an invasion being planned. This particular aircraft, by the way, actually holds several speed records. It's actually flown from overhead Los Angeles to overhead New York in 64 minutes. It's also flown from overhead New York to overhead London in 1 hour and 54 minutes. It's pretty well the fastest jet-powered aircraft in the world.